What do you see as being a potential issue here?
Going up without my tank, I would say, and
Why is this bad? Do you die for this? No. But why is this bad?
no, it's kind of a 1v3 scenario. It looks like
And so what does it end up costing you?
it cost me my deflect cooldown and eventually my dash cooldown because I'm stuck
Yep.
with the
Yep.
soldier shooting me from one way and the cast shooting me down main.
Yep. And then now your monkey's in, but you're limited with what you could do here. You theoretically, I can see your brain. You're like, oh, I really want to dash in there, but you can't. Why?
Because he's being pocketed, he has his heal station up.
Yeah. And you don't have your deflect. You can't even go for like the meme play here, right? Like the one-shot opportunity, because you can't do it without deflect, right?
Right.
So when you wanted to go aggressive or have an opportunity to go aggressive, you don't have it because you didn't have deflect. And then why did you not have deflect?
Because I was up alone, or I was pushing up alone.
Right. What? You know? There's no reason for this, you know?
Okay, I think I was trying to get it sticky. I thought he was going to use it.
You were right, you were. But this is what I talked about in that one Genji guide, right? It's like these cheesy, like, oh, maybe they'll use this and then I can, deflect it back. But like, okay, maybe deflect it back into the diva. Okay, like there's damage, yes, but what's the problem though?
Then if I try to actually make a play, I don't have it for a useful.
Exactly. I look at deflect as being way more useful as an enabler for you to go aggressively than to use it aggressively itself. Do you see what I'm saying? I think its purpose is better served to buy you time so that you can actually play aggressively. And the problem here is you use it for strictly offensive purposes, like you said. There's no risk of death or dying or anything about this is risky at all. So there's no reason to deflect it. So then now you said you would have liked to go with monkey, but I don't know if you can without deflect. Like this diva might just smoke you.
So it's my deflect. I could have just backed and let them walk out.
There's nothing wrong with pressuring early, but if it ends up costing you a cooldown and then a team fight happens less than 8 seconds after that, you're in real trouble. I don't know how best to say it besides it's just a lack of respect for the enemy DPS. They're gonna shoot your deflect, surely, right? You're gonna get that Reaper's gonna shoot at your deflect, surely. That Cassidy won't hit his shots, surely, right? You're just not respecting their DPS, and so what's happening is you're getting your deflect forced before the fight even starts because you're either trying to meme on them by getting a deflect kill, or you're playing in really stupid positions just assuming that your double jump is not gonna let them hit a shot. And they are hitting the shots. And as you get higher in rank, they will continue to hit more and more shots. So more deflect for me. Do you see this again though? Do you see the disrespect here?
Okay, so I guess how do I go about poking with Genji? I guess should I just like be a little hidden, or I don't know.
Well, you tell me.
Because I don't know. I guess it feels like I can see it better here. Okay, maybe I should just be poking from a little further back into that cubby that's behind me I'm just in open space.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at his nature, Genji is a short-range hero. He should never beat a Cassidy at this range. You know what I'm saying? That will never, ever happen. But you can still put out some pressure, some poke here. But this is where we do, unfortunately, have to look at the micro. And if we look at this from this Cassidy's point of view here, it's just too easy, you know? It's really too easy. I mean, he doesn't even need to headshot you. You're just kind of standing out in the open middle of nowhere. So then, if we were to break down the micro of this from your perspective, how would you do this differently?
So I could be at the bottom right or corner of the pink building rather than on top.
Okay.
And poking from there, I could choose to what else could I do? I could poke from the green cubby behind, like I was saying, and then rotate back when they start pushing or go aggressive, depending on.
We can get super micro specific. Specific. Wall climb up, throw shurikens, drop. Wall climb up, throw shurikens up. Grab the wall, come over, then drop. Grab the wall, come up and over, and drop. You see what I'm saying? You don't even need to drop from the bottom. So there's lots of, this is what like Genji's, really good Genji players are really good at, is utilizing that wall climb, that double jump, that wall. It's not even wall climb. It's like when you know how when you catch the edge and you pull yourself over. Like
you pull yourself slightly over.
You pull yourself over, drop, pull yourself over. Like things like that allows you to kind of minimize your hitbox and also minimize. Okay, I got headshot. I can immediately just drop like a rock and I don't die. I don't even need. I mean, you might still have to deflect occasionally, but the risk is so much lower than what you're doing here. And again, it's not just about the risk of death. It's also about the risk of, well, that, right?
Yeah, I have to dash out.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I thought you were going to deflect. Ah! See?
There it is.
I knew it. I could smell it. And now look at you. Run.
So how do you think I should use deflect against a hog, I guess?
I mean, if he's aggressively pushing you, so I think the best way of looking at it is like this. When you see the hog use, like, for example, remember the situation here when the hog was pushing you and you had to deflect because he was pushing you? That's fine. It's totally fine. But that it's all, for me, deflect is, I said this in the Genji guide, it's either when they're pushing you or they're aggressively like trying to clear you out of your space, right? Or when you're going for an aggressive play, use it as a get out of jail free card. So like, let's actually go to this exact fight right here. Is this hog pushing you?
No, he did turn.
If you were up, this is where you want to be here, right? This is where you want to be. Correct?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, right.
So you're going to shoot the hog, and you're going to shoot the hog, and you're going to shoot the hog, okay? The hog is going to do one of two things. What are the two things he's going to do?
Vape and get out, or try to hook me and kill me.
Right. He's either gonna well, okay. He's gonna do one of two things as in target to focus. I should have clarified. He's either gonna focus these guys, in which case, do you deflect? No, you just shoot him. Or he's gonna turn and shoot, look at you. In which case, what do?
And I deflect.
Then you deflect. Right. You deflect. And then what is he doing while he's getting shot, right? He's getting shot. So then he best to go away. Okay? Or he's going to ignore you and push backline and you keep throwing shurikens. But now, because you have deflect, you can then take this opportunity to go, oh my gosh, there's an Ana right next to me. What can I do now?
And then I can go aggressively on.
You could go aggressively on the Ana, and you don't care if she has cooldowns. You have deflect. And you could win that duel. But instead, you deflected literally nothing, trying to... again, do you see what I was talking about, like the lack of respect? You just think that they're stupid. That's what you think. You think that this hog is going to turn this corner and go, oh, Genji! Right? Right?
Right.
He just ignores you, and you've just deflected nothing. This is what has to change, I think. Okay? And then again, now, like, do you see how, like, this limits how you play? Now, this is literally, this is extremely important what just happened right now. So, look at your positioning. Look at your deflect usage. What do you think?
Kind of bad since they were retreating when I used it, I think.
Maybe. It's always a gamble with hook, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the real question is just, was this a wasted cooldowns, or were they pushing you, or was this space that you wanted to hold, or was the space you didn't want to hold, you were just going greedy with it? What do you think?
It was...
I think I'm gonna give you one POV that's gonna change your opinion on this, or give you confidence. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I had orb.
Wow, no.
Or I mean, my team is there, but
yes,
I still...
yes. Your team. Well, your team is here. So then, are you wasting your deflect by holding this space?
No,
No,
I would say no, because
no,
then they can
no.
the hog can't force them out.
Right. Because if you were not here deflecting and shooting, what would these guys be doing?
They would be walking at my Zen and
Correct.
my Sojourn,
Correct.
and most likely
Correct.
pushing them out or killing them.
The difference between this deflect here and this deflect here, remember this one?
Right.
And this deflect here is what? This is so important.
Or I mean, it stopped them from taking space.
Yeah.
In that one, and the other one's got nothing. It just forced me out.
Exactly. Your team wasn't holding inside this room, so you don't care that they walk out of here. You're not buying your team time. But as soon as this hog walks out here, if that hog turns on you, you can deflect. Same thing here. Like, your team wasn't planning on pressuring them around this corner, right? Your team was playing out here, but you got your deflect burn way over here. You see what I'm saying? So that
Right.
like, they can listen, the enemy team can force your deflect whenever they want to. That's just the nature of the game. But you need to make it cost something, right? This costs them a lot of HP, a lot of time, and if they're gonna focus you down, that means that your Sojourn, your Ana, your Zen are gonna free fire, right?
Right.
That's the difference right there. This cooldown usage, in terms of your deflect, was perfect. Do you hear me? Perfect.
Okay.
And the difference was because of whether this was space that your team was fighting on or whether you were just going for a stupid, greedy early deflect. That's the difference. You nailed it. You nailed it. Now, you might have to play a little carefully now, but your team is very healthy. They are not. And you did your job. 100%. Like, look what they just did. Look at their hog Genji. Do you see this?
Yes, they dropped.
They dropped.
Okay.
They gave up. You did your job. Pretty cool, isn't it?
All right, that's okay. I'll definitely be looking for that.
Yeah. So this is why it's dangerous for me to say don't get your deflect force pre-fight, because sometimes if they push you and your team can shoot them and you get your deflect forced, okay, that's okay. Just make sure that they are actually earning that cooldown. Do you see what I'm saying? That's sort of the easiest way of looking at it. But what are your priorities moving forward, do you think?
Really, really, like, I'm going to be focusing hard on my deflect usage. And I will be on the side. I think I'll be grinding my mechanics, specifically, like, especially the 180s. I think I am going too early with that. I have an idea of how to fix it. I just need to actually put it into practice.
Perfect. Okay. What are some ideas on the shelf that you might work at in the future?
So my how I position and how I poke, I think is one thing that I really want to look at.
Okay.
That's also something that I personally have been really struggling with. I guess understanding how I should be poking with Genji, and
I've been struggling with that as well, if it makes you feel any better. Especially when I was playing on stream, I was getting my deflect force early so often because I just wasn't used to having DPS permanently looking at me and not at my tank.
right.
It's a hard adjustment, to be honest with you.